Are you actually in control of your reality of your life? Or are you being controlled? Are you being brainwashed without you knowing it? Are other forces outside of you dictating your life without you being aware of it? This might be new to you or not, but you're being bombarded all the time by sometimes obvious messages or subliminal messages, things that go straight to your subconscious without you knowing it. That's the news. That's logos from companies. That's the algorithm of videos, YouTube, Spotify. That's Instagram for sure, TikTok. That's popular music. Subliminal messaging is everywhere. Now, a great example of this is back in the days, and I'm pretty sure they still do that, but back in the days with the movie theaters, Coca-Cola used to have subliminal messages in between the movie, where they had a very, very short, of like 0.1 second image of a Coke, of the Coca-Cola drink. And then in the timeout between them in the break time, you all of a sudden wanted to buy a Coca-Cola, without you knowing where does this craving come from. But your subconscious was being programmed for the people back then. I'm pretty sure this happens still now. Being programmed to have something that goes straight in your subconscious without you knowing it. Where is this coming from? Now, when you go to the supermarket, same thing. There's actually done extensive research by science people on the packaging of the products, of the name of the product, of the images on the product. So you would be lured into buying the program, and the product or a program. Maybe you've heard it somewhere else. Maybe you've seen it on a billboard. Maybe you've read it somewhere. Now all of a sudden you go into the shop, you see that item, and your subconscious make the connection. Oh, you're right. I had the craving back then. Now I'm going to reactivate that. So your behavior is being dictated by something that you're actually unaware of. And the solution to this is to become conscious. Become conscious of what you consume. Now, when you were between 0 to 7 years old, you were only subconscious. Everything that was coming to you went straight into your subconscious and you took as truth. Now we have, when you are older, your conscious mind becomes awake, which is only 5% the thoughts that you're having. So 95% of your life is being created by your subconscious thoughts. And if you're not aware, if you're not in control of them, then those thoughts are creating your reality without you knowing it. And when you consume a lot of things that are not helpful, that goes straight into the 95%. And so you're basically, 95% of your life is being dictated by what happens around you. But the good news is that you can do something about it. That you actually consume what makes you feel good. So what I highly suggest is to stop listening, reading the news. Oh no, but I need to be informed about what happens in the world. Oh, why? Why? What you need to know will come to you. I haven't done that for 7 or 8 years. And I haven't missed a damn thing. How do you feel when you read the news? How do you feel when you look or watch or listen to the radio, whatever? Do you feel good? I highly doubt it. Because bad news sells. And all of that is actually being dictated by very few people. Like what happened during Corona. The fear about the masses and subliminal messaging. Do this, do that, don't do that. Be afraid. It went straight to your subconscious. And the repetition is the key. When you hear something over and over and over again, you're going to take it as truth. Unless you create what you want to believe. Another example is probably popular music. A lot of the popular music these days is programming you into a certain direction. For example, Taylor Swift song. You all know Taylor. You definitely know Taylor Swift. Her song, "Hey, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me." That is a prime example of subliminal messaging. Everybody sings this song along, programming themselves that they are the problem, that there's something wrong with them. Without you even knowing it. Hey, this is such a cool song. I'm the problem. But what you don't realize is that you're actually programming yourself that you have a problem, that you are a problem, that there's something wrong with you, that you shouldn't love yourself because you are the problem. You need fixing. So what happens then? You're going to buy stuff, you're going to look for stuff, everything outside of you. Because what would happen if you empower yourself? Oh no, you can't be controlled. And that's nothing you can sell to, right? So if you start paying attention to that, and I'm not telling you to be cautious, I'm telling you to be conscious of what you consume. And the prime thing is, don't not to consume a lot. The music that I listen to, I carefully pick. I don't listen to popular music at all. There's a reason why it's mainstream. Because a lot of the masses are still being controlled by subliminal messaging, by what society dictates, and still asleep. And that's okay, that's their thing, and one day they will wake up to. But I listen to alternative music, esoteric stuff, where the frequency is high, and when I listen to it, I feel good. And you can do the same. You can actually choose where your attention goes. Where energy flows, where attention goes, energy flows. So when you focus on the shit, you're going to receive shit. But if you focus on what actually makes you feel good, you're going to receive what makes you feel good. So once again, this is an empowering message. To just become aware of what's around you. The clothes that you buy, the logos that you see, the slogans that you read. To become conscious of like, oh wow, here's a hidden message. Oh, there's a hidden message. Because why would scientific people and put so much time into creating these if there wasn't something behind it to make you buy more, to redirect your behavior your behavior into something like the chips, the snacks chips. So much research has gone into that to have the perfect crispiness, perfect amount of fat and saltiness, so that you would be addicted to that feeling, sensation, and taste. So you want more and more and more, and before you know it, the bag is empty. And you're like, what the hell just happened? I opened the bag a second ago and now it's empty. You went unconscious. Your subconscious took over. And your subconscious programmed, wow, this is addictive, this is great, because that's what the advertisers are telling me. And the more you become conscious of this, the more you actually become in control of your subconscious. And the more you actually automatically are going to be repelled by mainstream brainstorming, brainwashing. You won't be able to, and you will be disgusted by all this messaging. You won't listen to the news anymore automatically. And people tell you messages that you actually don't want to hear. You'll walk away automatically. In the beginning, this takes effort, but after a while, it becomes automatic, like the new you that just does that without you thinking about it. Your subconscious takes over. It's like when you're driving home, and 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, how did I get here? Your subconscious took over. You don't need to actually think about this. Now there's a part between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind that is the critical factor. It's like a filter, what goes through to the subconscious. And by you doing this, by becoming more conscious, you train your critical factor. Actually, this messaging I don't want to go through. I don't want to let sift through to my subconscious. I don't want this in my system. All this negativity, all this fearfulness. No. So you train your critical factor to become thicker. It acts like a shield. What you want to go through, the empowering stuff, what makes you feel good, the self-love will go through. But all the self-hatred and the fear creation, that'll bounce back. And let this be an exercise and an invitation. When you see a message or an advertisement, or you hear a song now, a popular song, you listen carefully to the lyrics, I'm like, oh my God, this is actually really brainwashing me, or trying to brainwash me. It is training you then to become conscious of what's happening and choose something different, to choose a different story. And instead of outside people letting you brainwash or trying to brainwash you, you're going to brainwash yourself with positive subliminal messaging, with possible affirmations and reassurance of the life that you want to create. You just start to brainwash yourself into the life that you want to live. And you brainwash yourself in this moment. So instead of the fearing and there's a verb to making someone fearful, fear mongering or lingering, whatever. You know what I mean. Instead of that happening to you, you start to do the opposite for yourself. Where you brainwash yourself into creating or living a reality that isn't in your 3D yet, but inside your 5D reality already, in your imagination, because what's in your imagination will automatically be created outside. Because that's what's happened before. Mainstream media, brainwashing your subconscious. And then it's being created outside your field like, look, people warned me this would happen, now it happened. Yes, because you created it out of fear. So if you brainwash yourself that you are already living in that house, you are already with a partner, you already have all the financial freedom, you're already traveling the world, you're already whatever it is, then that becomes the new you. But you give yourself so much reassurance, so much evidence from inside that you start to believe it. Actually brainwashing yourself into the life that you want. Instead of being controlled, you are in control. And then you start letting go of when it happens or how it happens, because inside it already happens. And that is the clue to living a happy life. To live here, now. And you do that by creating an internal state that has the happiness right now. So you let go of all the shit that's tried to put on you, and you create magic from the inside out. And then you'll be amazed how things shift and like magic happens around you. But you need to be conscious of it. You need to make a conscious choice. Don't be cautious, be conscious. When you are conscious, you may make mistakes, but you see them and you learn from them. And sometimes you go unconscious. That's normal, you're human. But because you train this, you can catch yourself very quickly. Oh, I went unconscious there. I choose something different now. And then your state also changes. You become a conscious being instead of someone being asleep and controlled by the masses, which is massive. You become awake and choose your own life. And that's really your playground. It's fun, it's ecstatic, and it's wild. Wilder than your wildest dreams. So stop letting yourself be brainwashed and start brainwashing yourself into you, who you want to be now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share this with your friends, with other people, with someone who needs some waking up. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, I will see you next time. And remember that you are epic. Ciao, ciao.